you're just tuning in or you're sticking with us, again, 3D Politics Live right here. I'm Tom E. McCay on Twitter, and I've got David Van, SoonerPolitics.org. You touched today when you were at Pat Gamble's show on the marijuana laws, and I had a question to follow up. Some people are refraining from getting a marijuana license because they don't want that to conflict with their gun ownership. What is the current on that?
Yeah. Almost, and I've tracked down each one of these people I've seen on Facebook that keeps coming into, I've got a Facebook group with about 11,000 patients,
right,
who are all getting help from each other on, treatments, what's best strains, best amount, what's the best way to take it for whatever condition. But I get people come in there and they'll say this, and I track that person down, find out they were never a medical marijuana patient. They were just somebody who just a sore loser, 788 pass. They didn't want it. So what they want to do is convince you that you don't get to have a gun. And that's somehow a vicarious victory for them. So here's the deal. There is only one scenario where there's going to be any kind of a problem for someone like this. That is, if you've already gotten your medical marijuana card and started taking your medicine, and then you decide to go buy a gun, and you buy it from a federally licensed firearms dealer. You can buy from an individual. You don't have this questionnaire.
Okay.
Okay. Now, that federal firearms purchase form, the federal government's not regulating you. They're regulating that dealer.
Okay.
And they're telling that dealer he can't sell to you. If you are abusing a street drug, all right, well, it's a Schedule 1.
And this is on the thing
Schedule
when you buy a
1
firearm.
controlled substance. That's the only thing where you've got any kind of restriction. So I've been telling people, get your guns, then get your medicine, okay? If that's what your situation is. Now, having said that, having a medical marijuana card is not at all any evidence that you consume any marijuana. In fact, I know several people, I have actually consulted people. I said, hopefully CBD oil is going to do this and work for you.
Right.
But in the event it doesn't and things get worse, go ahead and get your card now, because it takes a couple of weeks, sometimes 3 weeks.
You don't want to be waiting for your meds.
Right. Or somebody who's just diagnosed with cancer, they're going to start chemo next week. I say, go ahead and get your card now, because if that chemo causes a severe nausea where you can't keep your food down, you're going to need something to fight off that nausea. Don't know that you're going to need it, but when you're nauseous and on chemo and you're wiped out, that's not the time to go running around to doctor's appointments anymore, and you already are.
Right.
So what I've been telling people, again, that card is in no way a claim that you're consuming any medicine that the federal government would have a problem with. And secondly, that card is private medical information by Oklahoma law. Our Oklahoma lawmakers, law enforcement, all of our government officials have to treat it just like HEPA-regulated medical information. So, no, you don't have a problem here. What you have a problem with is people trying to spread disinformation deliberately just because of their own sour grapes. They lost the election.
So you're saying get your medical marijuana license first, then get your gun?
The other way around.
Get your gun.
If you're going to buy from a federally licensed firearms dealer,
get your gun first.
Get the gun first before you start taking your medicine, and you're fine. Okay? Now, right, because there is nothing in the federal law that says they have a right to come get your guns, unless you're court adjudicated as, mentally incompetent, someone like that,
right,
where you were insane and they had to put you in, in a psychiatric facility, something like that. So, yeah, really, we don't have a problem. And I'm telling you, my dad, who I've said before, he's actually spent time in a mental health facility, inpatient for several months.
Right.
And that PTSD, he's a Korean War veteran.
Yeah.
I mean, he really had a breakdown in that. The best and most therapeutic thing he ever did, that he loved doing, was hunting and fishing. Out in the woods, peace, calm, quiet. Best thing for his PTSD.
Right.
And now these politicians want to take that away from our soldiers who suffered for us and for our freedoms.
Right.
Now we say, no, you don't get Second Amendment.
And it's
That's
the
what's
nature of the bureaucracy. They never go case by case.
Yeah.
It's a one-size-fits-all utopia. Everybody has to do
Yeah.
the thing. It doesn't matter if my father-in-law, he's in his 90s, is one of the healthiest guys. He could probably outrun and outswim
Yeah.
me. One of the healthiest guys you'd ever want to meet. He's stayed healthy his whole life. If he needed a knee replacement, they tell him, "Oh no, you're too young." Not based
No.
on the fact that even if he could have, I mean, it's ridiculous. They don't go by case by case. It also translates to the same issue that we talked about at the beginning with the school. One of the reasons the schools are going to hell in a handbasket is because they're trying to take a one-size-fits-all utopian concept and shove it from the top down across this. We're trying to nationalize public education. And what we know is that Susie, school teacher, knows better what Johnny needs in her classroom than the